Have you ever wondered who's really pulling the strings in your life? Is it fate, destiny, or perhaps some hidden power deep within yourself? Most of us go through life thinking if we just make the right choices, everything will fall into place. But what if I told you the true driver isn't just luck or hard work? It's something far closer to home. Stick around, because you won't believe what really controls your fate and how your self-confidence could be the biggest game changer of all. Welcome to the Growth Mindset Project. If you're ready to challenge your thinking and expand how you see the world and yourself, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You'll never miss another insight for transformation, right here with us. Let's dive right into it. From an early age, most of us are told the same story, that we're the main character in our own life, driving our destiny with every decision. If we just apply ourselves, work hard, and make wise choices, the universe will reward us. Success is supposedly just a matter of taking control, of being in the driver's seat. But let's be honest, life rarely follows a straight path. And as often as not, things happen that make absolutely no sense. We hear it all the time. Everything happens for a reason. It's a comforting idea. When life throws us off course, when tragedy strikes, or when luck seems to run out, that phrase is a salve. But what's really happening behind the scenes? How much influence do we truly have over what happens to us? Here's the kicker. The reality is, we have far less control than we like to believe. Life is messy, unpredictable, and even, at times, random. But here's where self-confidence comes into play. It's not about demanding control over every outcome, but about embracing your power to influence the world, even if you can't dictate every result. Understanding this can fundamentally shift your mindset. You begin to see that true self-confidence isn't built on illusions of control, but on the quiet assurance that you matter, that your words, actions, and very presence shape the world in ways you may never fully see or understand. When you embody self-confidence, you stop pretending the world is always neat, tidy, and fair. Instead, you bravely face uncertainty, knowing your influence is profound even when outcomes are unpredictable. And here's the science. Human brains are wired to look for patterns and meaning, even in chaos. Our ancestors survived by detecting patterns, hearing a rustle in the grass and deciding whether it was wind or a predator. Over time, we've become hardwired to stitch together narratives, giving every small event a cause and effect. That's why we crave stories where everything makes sense. But the world doesn't always fit into perfect narratives. Yet this isn't a cause for despair. When you accept that not everything happens for a reason, you make room for a life of courage and agency, recognizing your influence even in a world you can't fully control. This is the heart of self-confidence. It's knowing you have the power to change things, even when the outcome isn't certain. If you're finding value so far, don't forget to hit the like button and let us know in the comments. Has there been a moment in your life when you realized you couldn't control everything, but still found power in your actions? Your stories may inspire others in our community. Let's get back to that distinction between control and influence, a subtle but powerful insight for your personal growth journey. Many of us equate self-confidence with control, controlling our future, our career, our relationships. But confidence isn't about rigid control. It's about adaptability, presence, and influence. Look at the stories we tell, whether religious narratives, historical events, or scientific theories. We're always trying to make sense of randomness, to eliminate what we call noise. We try to erase accident, unpredictability, and coincidence out of our worldview. Why? Because the idea that life is governed by randomness is uncomfortable. Yet the truth is, much of what shapes our fate is neither planned nor purposeful. It's a web of interconnected actions and chance. But here's where your self-confidence truly shines. When you stop wasting energy trying to control the uncontrollable, you start focusing on what you can influence. Your choices, your mindset, your attitude, and even the ripple effect your actions will have on people you may never meet. Consider how, in the past, humanity craved order and certainty. Whether through religion, where everything happened according to a divine plan, or in scientific revolutions, which sought to explain the world with elegant, simple laws. But no matter how much we crave perfect explanations, reality is much more tangled. It's in this messiness that your self-confidence can truly evolve. Imagine accepting the randomness, the fact that some things just happen. Instead of retreating into anxiety or denial, choose self-confidence by stepping boldly into the unknown, knowing that your influence is ever present. Think about time travel movies. We accept that if you went back in time and stepped on a butterfly, you might erase yourself from existence. We understand that even small actions in the past could reshape the entire future. But in our everyday lives, we rarely think that way. Yet cause and effect work the same, no matter the timeline. Every day, your decisions set off ripples, often invisible, sometimes life-altering. This is why developing self-confidence is so vital. Belief in your ability to influence the world empowers you to act bravely and ethically, even when you can't foresee the result. A quick reminder here. If you're enjoying this content and want to empower your growth mindset even further, make sure you're subscribed, drop us a like, and leave a comment with your thoughts. Your engagement helps others find the channel and fuels these important conversations. Let's see how these ideas come to life. Picture this. Off the coast of Greece, a man finds himself in deep trouble, pulled out to sea by a riptide. As his strength fades, he's about to lose hope when suddenly, a soccer ball floats by just within reach. He clings to it, keeping himself afloat until he's rescued. Now here's where it gets truly astonishing. The story makes the local news, and a woman watching at home recognizes the soccer ball. It's the very one her children accidentally kicked over a cliff nearly 80 miles away, 10 days earlier. That single, seemingly trivial act, a simple kick of a ball, ends up saving a stranger's life. Neither the swimmer nor those children could have imagined how their actions would intertwine. That single moment shows how our influence stretches beyond what we can possibly predict. If that story resonates, it's because we all live in this web of interconnection. Your self-confidence should grow, not because you are in control of every outcome, but because your actions truly matter, even when you cannot see the result. An even more massive example? Think about the global pandemic, a virus spreading from a single human contact in one city, suddenly changing the lives of billions across the globe. Every person's reality shifted, all because of a tiny, unseen event across the world. This is a powerful reminder. You may not direct every outcome, but your influence travels further than you will ever know. True self-confidence is not blind arrogance or denial of randomness. It's the courage to act, to show up, to contribute, understanding that your influence is always real, always rippling outward. So, reject the illusion that everything is in your control or that it always happens for a reason. Embrace instead the profound truth that you can influence everything and that this makes you uniquely powerful. If this message opened your eyes, don't forget to explore our other videos on self-confidence, mindset, and personal development. Hit the bell so you always stay ahead on your growth journey. Your fate isn't just a matter of luck. It's in the influence you choose to bring to the world, starting right now.